been said that there are 4 keys to good health. These become even more important as we age. The 4 keys to good health are good nutrition, not using alcohol to excess, not using tobacco products, and staying physically active. So today I'm going to talk to a mature adult over 50 years old about staying active and the ways that she stays active as she ages. This can be a challenge as we age because sometimes we feel as though maybe it's our turn to rest. But staying active is one of those things that's going to allow us to stay young and strong and to continue to live a long and healthy life. So today I'm going to talk to Debbie Adair, who is a 57-year-old female, about how she stays active. Okay, so we're here with Debbie Adair today. She is walking her dog in the park. This is something she likes to do every day. It helps her stay physically active, so I'm going to ask her some questions about that. So, what do you do to be physically active?
Well, I walk in the park a lot, 3 or 4 times a day because I have a dog, and she has to go out, and I live right next door to the park, so I walk all over the park.
Okay, so Jones Park is a pretty big park, right?
Yeah.
See, it has playgrounds,
Yeah.
and you have grandkids, so do you take your grandkids sometimes on a walk to the park?
Yes.
Yeah. So you live just right here by
Yeah.
in an apartment complex right next to the park. Do you think that really helps you to stay active? The fact
Yes,
that
I
you live
think it does.
Okay. So what do you do when you're here at the park?
We walk around. Sometimes we sit by the lake. Usually we'll walk clear to the other side of the park and around.
Okay.
We explore everywhere.
Do you ever have friends that join you?
Sometimes.
Okay. There's
The
an older
neighbors
lady
will
here.
come out with their dogs, and she's like in her 80s, and she comes out and she'll walk with me and walk her dog.
So the fact that you're out here exercising kind of encourages other residents that are older that may not be very mobile to get out here and walk with you?
Yes, I think so. They try to keep up with me.
Okay, nice. Okay, so when did you start exercising? Is this something you've just always done?
Well, I've always done a lot of exercise. I worked out for a few years when they had the Nautilus here.
And that was a local gym here.
Yeah.
So did you do kind of weightlifting and step aerobics?
Yeah, I did a lot of step aerobics. My job, I get a lot of exercise.
So what do you do at work that keeps you active there?
Well, I'm a manager at Walmart, so I'm walk miles a day, back and forth from grocery to GM to the back.
So you're just pretty much on your feet the entire time?
Yeah, just go. I hardly ever sit too much.
And are you lifting? I think you lift some things too, don't you?
Yeah, I lift a lot of stuff at Walmart. My job varies. I drive equipment. I lift a lot of heavy stuff.
Do you feel like having a job that keeps you active is good for you as you age?
Yes, if I didn't have a job, I don't think I would get as much exercise.
You think you'd be more apt to kind of sit down more often?
Sit down, yeah.
Okay, so what's your exercise regimen like? You talked about how you stay pretty active at work, but when you come to the park, about how many times do you come to the park a day?
Well, if I'm off work, I'll be in the park at least 6-7 times a day, just walking my Shih Tzu, and we like to walk and explore, and
Nice.
it's peaceful out here.
Nice, that's great. Okay, so how has being physically active changed your life? How do you feel that your health is maybe compared to other people your age who are not as active?
Well, I think when people retire, they kind of give up a little bit, maybe just try to relax more. And I think the exercise is pretty important because I'm almost 57 years old. I hear a lot of young people at work say they have trouble keeping up with me.
So you have young people that complain more about their health than you do because you're staying active the whole time. Okay, do you feel like there are any downsides to the exercise program that you're doing? You like to come to the park. Do you ever have any allergies that bother you, or do you ever hurt your legs?
That's a problem for me. I have a lot of allergies. Take a lot of allergy medicine.
Because the park here is full of trees and grass and all that.
Yeah, usually they keep it pretty cut down, and they spray the park. And I also like fishing. So,
Yeah, this is a great pond back here to be able to fish from.
I like it out here because my balcony kind of overlooks the water here.
Nice. Okay, so how do you think that mature people, anybody over 50, is treated in a gym or an exercise class? Do you think that they would be treated the same as somebody who was younger who was going into exercise?
Well, I think they maybe do a little bit different exercise regimens for older people, but now they have, certain people in gyms that kind of work with older people and
Like personal
help them.
trainers and things? Okay. And what do you think stops some people who are over 50 from working out? Because we know that as people age, they tend to be less active typically. Why do you think that happens?
Well, I think they've worked hard all their life, so they think, just kind of sit back and relax. Maybe not so much exercise. I think that's a bad thing.
Well, it's great that you're here helping some of the other residents here at the Four Seasons complex to get more active and setting a good example for them. So what are your thoughts on people over 50 being active? Do you think that they should be able to do anything? Do you think they should maybe limit it to things that are less impact, or
I think they should do whatever they feel like doing.
whatever they feel like doing? Okay. You think maybe even things like scuba diving and running and hardcore things?
If that's what they like to do, I say go for it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever too old to try something new.
That's great advice. You're never too old to try something new. So here at Four Seasons in Jones Park, Debbie's helping a lot of people to be active by setting a good example, walking with her dog in the park. Let's see a picture of her dog here. This is
Okay.
Jazz, and she's very friendly and likes to make friends in the park with some other animals and with some other people too. Got it off? Debbie just shared with us some ways that she stays active as she ages, and I think that what she does could be something that's great for all of us. Debbie happens to have a really active job, so she spends a lot of time on her feet. That's not something that everybody's going to continue to do as we get older, especially once we begin to approach the age of retirement. But the other thing that she does to stay active is available for most of us. Debbie has a park that's outside of her apartment complex, and that allows her to access that easily every day. Not all of us have a park right outside, but most of us have an area in our town or around us where we could utilize the sidewalks or walking paths, or even maybe travel or bike somewhere where we could walk or do a little bit of light activity with a friend or with a pet like Debbie does. So both of those things that Debbie does, her activity at work and her activity outside of work, allows her to maintain her health as she gets older. And it's something that could be a great idea for all of us to do, because physical activity is one of those 4 keys to maintaining our health as we age. Sometimes the slowing down that we think comes natural is one of the things that ends up being a detriment to us. So we thank Debbie for talking with us today, and I think we learned a lot about staying active as we age.